Hey everybody, I'm Andrei, a certified translator and a real estate concierge. After all, my job is more of a concierge, which embraces agent's job and many other duties. And for that you may see the previous clip about real estate concierge's day. Today we're talking about a little flat here in Victory Square in the very center of Minsk. In the first line, center of Minsk is a very broad definition, it's a very vast area, so a short ride away from the city center is really not very central on many local ads, especially when you're looking to rent or to buy. And the city center, to my great surprise, turned up in many very unexpected locations. That's from a local's point of view. Victory Square is not even that central in terms of per night rentals, the investment flats or the so-called investment flats. And this is one of them on sale. The guy was renting out long term. They kicked out their tenant to sell the place and the deal almost happened. So now we're looking for a buyer because the old buyer never called back, leaving the deposit money behind. And that's an opportunity to get this place if you feel like doing it. Victory Square is an interesting place to live, and just as a local with about 10-year record of being a guest, frequent and long-term over here, I could say that this is a nice place where I would buy myself if I had that much. By far my village house is just working out nicely. As long as I have a guest place to stay here in Minsk, I don't bother. And to be honest, I don't have that much. So this place of roughly 50 meters, I'll put the figures here. The place has 2 split rooms, a nice combined bathroom, which means bathroom and toilet are sitting in the same unit. And it's on the 5th floor of a Stalin Empire building, which has its plus. I'm seeing the Victory Square Memorial just outside here, and it has some charm. And its negative point, because you'd have to negotiate 5 flights of stairs, and they're pretty tall in the Stalin building. So that could be a disadvantage as well. Depending on who you are, you may consider this place as a pretty somewhat exotic rental option, because of course a good rental should be sitting somewhere on the 3rd floor where there is no lift. But we just moved a foreign guy, he was a German tenant. Outside here he was a rather regular, regularly paying guy, and everything worked fine for him. He was a sportive young chap who was missing from here for a few months, and now the place is for sale because the guy who owns these places is wrapping up his long-term business, switching to shares or something else, something more let's say more mathematical. And these flats, I'll be posting a few videos like these in the coming weeks, are on sale right now. So while we are not declaring this place as ideal for long-term rent, this also may fit for your long-term residence over here. Now, the 5th floor is an advantage for the view and is a disadvantage for the climbing bit and for the renting out bit, because some couples, some folks may be perturbed by this, but living next door, literally the next door section of this house here, I would say this is just fine. Most of the tenants that I came across with helping my foreign clients to rent out flats or sell flats are just rather young. They don't really care if it's the top floor or not. There was just one recent guy, and we just bought a little flat in Nove Borovaya for him, who kinda was attached to the top floors, providing it's not metal roof. He had his own thing about leaks and stuff, and this is a top floor, so you may or may not like this as a factor. It's just up to you. Generally, as a local, I would portray Victory Square a less busier an area than, let's say, train station and Independence Square. Independence Avenue is just outside there, and there's a regular daily humming of the vehicles, but God bless, they have tackled the issue of motorbikers. The location is kind of on the quiet side and kind of on the green side, with Gorky Park being just outside a walk away. There's a bread shop nearby, there's a little supermarket. Let's say it's just a grocery store, like a next door store here, but I don't really remember when was the last time when I had to go to that kind of a store. Somehow I'm just operating on deliveries. And when I have delivery, it's just a little thing that I have to grab at any place, any time, as I'm driving about the city. And I'm pretty much driving a lot, looking for rentals, sale deals, and other solutions for my clients, because again, my major point is not selling a property and not make you buy a property if you don't need one, but to get you an immigration solution and resolve your current issue on hand, the issue of relocating. Belarus may be one of your destinations if you have more technical questions about this place, about some other place in general, about transferring money and everything. It's completely okay that you contact me directly. My links are down below, donation links as well, and my thanks go to the guys who are members of my channel. Membership can be purchased from YouTube. You can also click super thanks, or just use one of the donation links down below. And feel free to share any feedback underneath the video if it's constructive and it's not, let's say, demanding consultancy right on the spot. Over the last 3 years now, I have been relocating foreigners to Belarus. People from the West find some charm and benefits living in Belarus. Many long-term residents now are meeting up on Sundays. The next Sunday event will be announced on the Telegram channel. Feel free to follow, by the way. And if my opinion is not, let's say, convincing, you may meet up with other people, foreign people, expats living in Minsk, and double check about any points that may not sound solid in my videos. And basically double check and triple check all the information you get from any sources, because I have witnessed some dramas here in Minsk, and some rather ill things were facilitated by the guys who are doing relocation. So be careful and check the credentials of the guys you're dealing with, offering you some kind of facilitator services, offering they know the market and all kinds of stuff. Because especially when it's a foreign national, none of the techniques can be officially guaranteed and backed if the person doesn't really have a company or legal entity in doing whatever they are doing. So if you have a question, how do I buy a flat for 50,000, don't put it on the public board, but just message me directly with that and we'll see about it with my partners. Thank you for watching the video. Press a like, press a dislike. There's now 2 guys pressing dislike, that's success. And see you in Minsk someday. The expat meeting will also be announced in the video description. So, cheers from Minsk.